Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have another Poundland DIY one for you. I've taken 3 items from Poundland and one of them was actually in the sale for only 25p, so even better. And I've basically transformed them into like farmhouse inspired Eastery, springy decor pieces. So hopefully you could take away a little bit of inspiration from this video. If you could find these pieces and want to do the exact DIYs, oh my goodness, that would be great. But yeah, hopefully I can just inspire you to kind of get to Poundland, get to the other cheap stores, upcycle anything that you have hanging around, and you can get your craft on this weekend. So yeah, without me rambling on any further, let's just get straight on into the video.
So for the first DIY, I just took this blue ceramic bunny that I found in the Easter section in Poundland. They didn't have it in my store for a long time and I've seen it on a few YouTube hauls and everything. So I actually went back into my store this week and they finally had them. I just went ahead and put loads of layers of this white spray paint onto the bunny, and this was the universal all surface spray paint from Rustoleum. This is not sponsored or anything by them, I wish it was, because I do love their brand, but I will insert a clip of that spray paint now so you can see which one it was. Once I had about 3 or 4 layers all completely dried, I then just went out and wrote the word hop with a pencil really lightly so that I could kind of, work out where I wanted the letters to be. And then I went in with a black Posca paint pen and I just went over the pencil lines just to create a nice kind of Rae Dunn inspired kind of text. So this is what the bunny turned out like. Like I said, this was a really simple DIY, but I think it's super effective. It definitely looks nice and kind of farmhouse-esque and a little Rae Dunn inspired also, which are 2 things that at the moment I'm absolutely loving. Anyway, on to the second DIY. I just took this table runner and this was the piece that I found in the sale. I didn't realize it was in the sale, but it actually scanned through at 25p and I was just so impressed with that. Anyway, what I went ahead and did was laid it out over on itself and then I kind of put a template down. To create the template, all I did was I took a offcut of a cardboard box and just drew out a rough kind of bunny silhouette shape. I then just cut that out to make the template. Once done, I then popped that down like on the fabric like I said and then just drew all the way around just with a black kind of pen. It wasn't anything special, just a normal kind of writing pen. You want to make sure when sewing you leave this little opening. I always like to highlight it here, and then you just want to go over to your sewing machine and then just stitch around that line that you made with your pen, as well as leaving that opening kind of open at the bottom. I also did this again by turning the fabrics the other side way around so that I had 2 different kind of patterns from the same piece of fabric. Once both bunnies were then sewn around, I just took my pinking shears and I just cut all the way around, and then I actually decided to go in and like fray up all of the edges, remove any of the loose kind of threads, make it really nice and kind of like worn looking, and then I just cut off any of like the really big kind of threads left over. I then went ahead and just took some pillow stuffing and just stuffed the shape up. So I took it in small balls at a time, using my scissors just to really get it in there, get it right to the tip of the ear, and just make sure that it was really evenly padded. I went ahead and stuffed the whole entire shape. You can of course use pillow stuffing, old toys, polyfill from Hobbycraft, that sort of stuff. I do recommend just using old cushions or anything like that that you have hanging around just to, repurpose bits. You then want to stitch up the opening at the bottom, and then you just want to cut off the excess and just kind of tuft that out just to keep in touch with the rest of the kind of edging. I then went ahead and just took some twine and wrapped it around the little bunny's neck and tied a bow onto the front. The way that I actually got the inspiration for this, by the way, was on Pinterest. I will leave the original pin down in the description down below. I just think they're beautiful. I know these bunnies were huge last spring, but I didn't have a living room or anything like that at that point. So now that I do, I'm like catching up on all of my kind of seasonal DIYs. Basically, I just tied twine bows around both of the bunnies' necks and then propped them up, and I just think that they look lovely. I think the fact they cost me 25p for the both of them is just insane, and I like the fact that I kind of like reversed the fabric to kind of get a bit of extra kind of, pattern going on with still the one piece of fabric. Anyway, moving on to the third and final DIY, I decided I wanted another Easter sign just to go along with the one that I've made already. So I took this arrow sign that I found in the summer kind of home section for Poundland. This is from their new range, and I just went ahead and coated it all in a white chalk paint. I will leave a kind of clip on screen now so you can see which one I actually used, but I did 2 layers of the chalk paint in total. I then went ahead and cut the string off after I had done that, and then just kind of lightly buffed it with a piece of sandpaper. I then went ahead with my pencil and just like kind of drafted out the words that I wanted on. So I did the carrot patch, I did the Easter egg hunt, and I also did the bunny trail. I always forget that. Anyway, I then went in with a posca pen and I just went over all of my text to make it nice and fancy looking. So I did like kind of like a script for the first word or like first couple of words, and then I wanted to like incorporate some of that like handwriting Rae Dunn inspired kind of text for the second part. So I just used the posca pen for both of those, and then I decided that it kind of needed to be a little bit more worn looking. Now this is completely down to you whether or not this is part of your taste, but I think for farmhouse inspired stuff, I think things have to look a bit old, a bit chippy, you know how it is. It has to just be a bit worn in. We can't have a brand new piece, because where's the fun in that? Anyway, I just went ahead and rubbed those little marks off the graphite grey paint, and then once I had a little bit of chalkiness on my finger, I just rubbed that throughout the white just to kind of give it a bit of like dirty looking going on. I don't know, I just felt like it just needed something extra. I then thought, this looks a bit plain, so we need some colour. So I popped some carrots on the little carrot patch one, I put some bunny paws on the bunny one, and I put some Easter eggs on the Easter egg hunt one. Once all that was dry, I then decided to attach it all back together again, and I just used twine for this rather than string that was used originally. So I just popped it in, tied a knot on the back, poked it through another one, and then tied the string again, just basically putting it back the same way that the like original one was made. I just thought, you know, there's no need to go crazy, give it loads of little links, just pop it back the same way, just with a bit of twine. I then decided my text was a bit too like crisp, so I actually went in with my sandpaper again and rubbed it kind of lengthways, and this, although it does give it a rustic kind of look, I feel like it also makes it look like it's like wooden texture even more. Like obviously these plaques were really flat, and I just think it makes it look like more woody. Do you see what I mean? Like it just looks more rustic, more wood. Anyway, I adore how this turned out. I'm not 100% sure of the colours that I used. I might go back in and change them, but I really like the overall effect, and I think that there could be so many possibilities with this DIY.
But that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which one of the 3 was your favourite down in the comments down below. I love to ask this question and get feedback and stuff, know what you kind of like, what I kind of like. My favourite out of the 3 has to be like the little ceramic rabbit. Even though it was a super simple DIY, I think it just turned out perfectly. I absolutely love the little fabric rabbits. I think they look stunning as well. I'm not 100% keen on the sign. I feel like there's something wrong with the first arrow, you know, the bunny one, the bunny trail. Yeah, the first arrow, there's something about it I don't like. I think it might be the colours in it, so I think I might go back in and change out the pink. I think it's the pink that's throwing me off because I don't have anything pink in my house at the moment. So I think I might go back in and pop the little bunny paw print in a blue or a duck egg or something like that, and that will kind of make me a little bit happier. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments down below, as I love to have a little chat with you guys. I know so many of you comment on my videos, and I'm so grateful for it, as I always try and comment to you guys back. I just love to have a little chat, you know. It's really nice to kind of like talk to people who like the same things as me and everything like that. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. I hope you'll have a fantastic weekend or week or whenever you're watching this. Please do have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!